Hi, besties! The new update is already out, in which we will get a lot of new sets. And with this update, new codes. In this video, I will tell you how to get all this, and we will look at these sets together with you. So watch this video from beginning to end so you don't miss anything. Before we start, write in the comments which country you would like to see in the future in this update. I would really like to see the national costumes of Georgia, but it is very interesting to read your options. Let's start by discussing the update itself before diving into all the secrets it holds. As you probably already know, a brand new update has been released in celebration of World Culture Day. And believe me, this update turned out to be incredibly massive and packed with content. Even the developers were eagerly awaiting its release. The update officially launched on May 17th, which means it came out just yesterday. And from the moment it dropped, it was clear that we were in for something special. This time, the developers have introduced a wide range of new content. There are brand new hairstyles, unique clothing patterns, accessories, decorative items, and much more. But these additions aren't just for style or fashion. The main goal of the update is to educate players about the cultures of different countries around the world. That's why this update feels so meaningful, rich in detail, and truly impressive. So let's take a closer look at everything that has been added. Before I show you all the outfits, let's first take a closer look at how the info cards will appear and which countries are included in this update. In one of the images, we can see a total of 9 countries: the Philippines, Mexico, Scotland, Brazil, Thailand, Nigeria, Spain, India, and Japan. Unfortunately, most of the cards are blurred, so it's hard to read the details. But some words are already visible and give a hint about what's to come. If you don't see your country listed among these 9, don't worry. The developers have confirmed that this is only the beginning of a much larger project. They plan to gradually add more and more countries in the future, so eventually many more cultures will be represented in the game. The main goal of this update is to celebrate and include as many cultures as possible. That's why the development team has even created a special submission form, inviting creators from different countries to participate in the development of this update. The idea is to make the representation of cultures more authentic and diverse by including voices from around the world. And by the way, if you're worried whether the new outfits will be compatible with male avatars, there's no need to be. All new sets will be wearable on both avatar body types, which is great news for everyone regardless of how they customize their characters. And now let's finally see what we got. For all sets, we have a separate room which is located behind the clothing stand from the pedal update. After passing through a small corridor, we see the sets themselves. Japan. In Japan, we have this wonderful kimono that has 2 toggles, and an umbrella that has 3 variations of holding. Geta is a traditional Japanese shoe, and a fin that has 2 variations of holding. Thailand. In the Thai set, we have an incredible large crown, which is correctly called makuta, which also has an extension behind the ears. The whole outfit is called chatai and has a very beautiful golden pattern. Sube accessories can be worn separately from the top, and the top has 3 more toggles. Philippines. The Filipino set is quite simple and consists of just a baro top and a sasha bottom. It looks very nice, and I especially like the wide sleeves on the baro. Scotland. Scotland pleased with 2 sets, one for women, the other for men. The women's set consists of 3 items: a skirt, namely a kilt, a top, and bagpipes. The men's set consists of the same items, but also includes a sporran, a special belt bag. India. India also has two variations of its outfits, sorry, women's and men's. Veracruz, a women's dress consists of 2 items. A top that has 2 toggles, a skirt also with 2 toggles, and a very beautiful translucent cape, which not only looks great, but can also be painted in the colors of the patterns. This option greatly increases the possibilities and options for combining with everyday things. The men's outfit consists of 2 items, kurta, a men's tunic that has 2 toggles, and pants. Mexico. Mexican outfits also have a male and female appearance. The female outfit consists of only 1 item, a dress. But the dress has a lot of toggles, with which you can use this item very practically. It is very interesting that the male outfit can also be worn on a female character. This is quite an interesting experience. Here is how it looks on a male character. Spain. The Spanish outfit consists of a dress called flamenco. It has 2 toggles, a full dress and only sleeves. A cape on the shoulders, also with 2 toggles. A hand fan with 3 toggles and a very cute flower accessory on the head. Brazil. Brazil has 2 outfits, women's and men's. And both are almost entirely made of feathers. The women's one has a bottom, a bodysuit with variable toggles, a hat on the head, also made of feathers, and the main accessory is this kind of feather fin that has an incredible number of toggles. Everyone will find something for themselves. A men's outfit consists of 2 items, and here's what it looks like. Nigeria. Nigeria also has 2 sets of attire for men and women. The women's attire consists of 3 items: a dress, a necklace, and a gel, a women's turban. And the men's one consists of 2 items. Dashiki is a men's tunic, and kofia is a men's hat. We also have 2 new accessories. The first one is in the headwear section. It's a turban. I can already imagine how many looks you can create with it and the ability to move objects. And the second accessory is on the mannequin with a long dress. This is a new variation of the hijab, which is currently on the stand. But the developers also left the old version as a second toggle. We also have new makeups, as many as 7. I won't show which ones separately, but you can see that each of them reflects the traditional makeup of a separate country. If you are the owner of custom makeup, then you have as many as 47 new positions. Especially in the general elements of makeup, there are a lot of new things. And we also got 7 new hairstyles, each of which is part of one of the traditional outfits. And they are all original and not similar to those that we already had before, just the way I like it. Write in the comments which of these hairstyles you like the most, because I like them all. Also, during a discussion in the official Discord chat, someone asked whether we can expect more packs. Bplace responded with a yes, so now we're left wondering what exactly that means. Are we getting new pose packs, new walk styles, or maybe something entirely new? I'm personally very curious to find out. Lastly, many of us are eagerly awaiting the release of the next quest. So far, we only know one detail: Agamemnon will no longer be a demon acting through Lena, but will appear as a physical character in the next part of the storyline. That means we're in for some exciting plot developments, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Players are still interested in when the duo poses promised to us will be released. But Zach replied that unfortunately he is currently having some problems with the release of these poses, but they should definitely be released. Let's remember what these poses are. Muscular pose. Pose to hold a partner in your arms. Hug pose. Pose to hold a partner on your back. Selfie pose. I think many of you have noticed that in this update, we didn't receive a lot of the items that were shown in sneak peeks before the release. This can definitely be disappointing, especially if you were eagerly waiting for certain features or accessories that looked amazing in the previews. Of course, we can't say for sure why they weren't added, since the developers haven't given any official explanation. However, there's a high chance that the team decided to hold them back on purpose to avoid overwhelming the update with too much content at once, which already happened during the Halloween release when the game was overloaded with new items. So it's very likely that these items will still come later, maybe in a mini update or as part of a future patch. Now let's take a look at what exactly we're still waiting for based on the sneak peeks. Second, we have these beautiful accessories that were shown in the promo content. They looked stunning and full of detail, but so far, we haven't seen them in the shop or the customization menu. Hopefully, they'll still be added soon because they really stood out and seemed quite special. The first item is this luxurious headdress in the form of a kikoshnik, which is decorated with gold ornaments and ruby stones. The next accessory is an incredible hand mirror, which is made in the same style, gold with rubies. I wonder if you can see the reflection there. And the last one, this is such a staff that complements the collection, with a very expressive and cute heart made of red ruby on top. I especially love the idea of the mirror. It would be amazing if it came with multiple toggles, allowing different placement variations in hand or even different angles. That would add more customization and creativity to outfit creation. To be honest, I think these will be quest rewards. But the quest itself hasn't even been released yet, but I really hope the developers won't make us wait too long. We also didn't receive the student cap that was announced quite a while ago. It appeared in previews and promotional images several updates ago, but still hasn't made it into the game. The same goes for the new cape from the set we were already shown in-game, even featured on 2 characters at once. That made it feel even more like something that was just around the corner, yet it's still unavailable in the shop. In one of the developer Q&A videos, a new dress briefly appeared in the background. This particular dress had even been mentioned on the developer's official Twitter, where they stated it would be a future rework of an existing Robux set. Despite that announcement, the dress hasn't been added to the game yet, which is a bit surprising considering it seemed ready for release. Another feature we were shown ahead of time but haven't received is a brand new map. Side view of the main hall. View of the hat stand. Hallway with solariums. Stand with women's tops and shoes. Main hall and shoe rack. It was part of an early sneak peek where new environments and areas were teased. However, since we already have a fully reworked and much more convenient map that players seem to love, it's likely that the older sneak peek map was dropped entirely. It's worth noting that when those previews were released, many players in the comments were less enthusiastic about that version of the map compared to the one we currently have. We also still haven't seen the new patterns that were previewed before the update. In particular, I'm sad about the pearlescent petal pattern because I think it would have fit beautifully with many different outfits, especially magical or spring-inspired ones. A total of 3 patterns were previewed, but none of them have made it into the game so far. And one last thing worth mentioning, the codes. While technically we haven't missed them yet, it's important to know that they can disappear at any time. The developers have already started removing codes that are over a year old, so I strongly recommend entering all the active ones as soon as possible to avoid missing out on any free items. CHOOP1E_1S_B for CK. Lana. Lihesh. C for Ma for Lay. And 3RM for Id. D1 Orst for R. Sam15 Psi. B3APL for YS_DL1E. Ella, Megan Place Boots, Lanabo, Lanatutu, S3M_OW3 and _Y4Y, Ibelislay, Bilalislay, Creek, It's Just Nicolas, Amoy, Takus, Kichu, Ashley Bunny, LeBoots, 1con1CF Fortma. And finally, the moment we have been waiting for. Let's take a look at the new codes that we received in this update. The first available code is Angle-Tanked, but you have to be very careful because the second letter is actually replaced by the number 4. By redeeming this code, we will receive an adorable motorcycle helmet. We will take a closer look at it in a moment. Now let's enter the second code, which is called Enchantedizy. Here as well, attention is needed because the first D is replaced by the number 3, and the letter I is replaced by the number 1. By using this code, we will get a colorful rainbow magic wand. Let's take a closer look at these items. The first item was the helmet with cute cat ears. It looks extremely adorable and futuristic at the same time. I am sure this accessory will become very useful in many themed rounds, adding extra brightness and uniqueness to any outfit. The second item is a magic wand that can be held in either hand thanks to the toggle system. When you hold it and move around, a trail with magical VFX effects will follow your character. I really like this item for how impressive it looks and for the way it brings a special touch to any outfit. That's everything I wanted to show you today. I hope this video was helpful and that you now feel more confident exploring the new update and knowing what to look out for. Don't forget to redeem all the codes while they're still active. Also, keep an eye out for upcoming news because some of the previewed items might still arrive in future mini updates. As always, I'd love to see your support. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any game updates. See you in the next video. Bye-bye, besties!